Hey guys, over here for our Wheels in Japan playlist and our mini-series on crazy drivers in Japan. Here's another couple of children wandering around inside a car while the parents are driving it. The favourite spot seems to be up between the two front seats, and lots of parents seem to be quite happy to let their kids stand there. Right between the two front seats, so if they hit something, of course, that kid's going to be a projectile out through the front window. Nobody seems to be worried about that. They all seem to be pretty comfortable with that idea. Amazing, isn't it? They're really common. We see this probably every day, at least once or twice, sometimes more often. Just really, really common. We know people who do it. We know people who do it. They don't think anything of it. This is what they do. Frustrating to watch that, isn't it? Oh, this is a funny one. Vehicles stopping in the middle of intersections. So that bike there stopped in the middle of an intersection. So did this car. They do it all the time. Do it all the time. Slowly come to a stop, but just don't stop at the line. They just keep going right over the pedestrian crossing and stop in the middle of the road. This guy's actually coming in at a pedestrian crossing. He'd been in a car park and he's coming in on a pedestrian crossing through a red light. This is the classic. This is the winner. This guy was actually sitting in an intersection, looking at his navvy, trying to work out where he was, with his hazard lights on. Just put the hazard lights on, sit in the intersection, look at your navvy and work out where you are, instead of just pulling. There's actually convenience to the left of us here. Could have pulled in the car park, but no, right in the middle of the intersection, hazard lights on. And interesting, Japanese drivers are so patient. Nobody hit their horns or gave him a hard time. Everyone just went round him. Of course, you always have to have people driving with their phones in these videos, don't we? Pouring with rain, quite a busy, fast road. Old mate sitting there staring at his phone. Same night, same road. Here's another one. It's just too easy, guys. We see this, all the things we're showing you here, we see them every day. Every day. This was a classic, this one. She was all over the road. She was over to the left, almost hitting the rail, and then over to the right, almost hitting the rail, and then driving really, really slowly because she was sort of so focused on her phone. She'd sort of take off and drive at about 30 kilometres an hour, drifting from the left to the right. Scanning through, scrolling through something there, obviously nothing terribly important, just sort of scrolling, just sort of surfing the net, right? Surfing the net while she's driving the car, nothing unusual about that. Oh, these guys driving really close together. That's really common too. A couple of people have noticed that when we've made videos where we're driving. They've commented on that, how close some people drive to each other here. It is really common. They don't seem to think anything of it. No one seems to complain. They're so passive, nobody complains to anybody about it. No aggression or violence. Now, see if you can spot the guy ahead of us here. There's actually a guy driving in the lane ahead of us here in stealth mode. He's in our lane, not the guy to the right. In our lane, there's a vehicle there. Can you see it? So it's a motorbike with no lights. Or either they don't work or they're turned off, one or the other, but he's in stealth mode. We didn't even know he was there till we got to this lit area with traffic lights, and he put his brake on and suddenly he appeared. Oh wow, look, there's a bike in front of us. We hadn't seen him on the dark road. Anyway, that's this week's Crazy Drivers in Japan. More videos coming soon.